I was on my way to grab a meal. Just as I reached the restaurant, I saw some scumbag beating his wife in public.
The hell you want, asshole? I'm talking to you, stupid.
He looked straight at me and started provoking, but I didn't react. I just stood there, staring him down. Something in my eyes must have rattled him, because he backed off and started apologizing. Only then did I walk into the restaurant, satisfied. But I didn't even get a chance to take one bite of my favorite dessert. Before sirens started blaring outside, 2 cop cars pulled up right in front of the place. I looked at the old couple by the window, then glanced at the kids laughing at the bar, and I knew right away they were here for me. I pulled out a bill, dropped it on the table to settle my tab, then opened my hands and calmly waited for them to come in.
Police! Police! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move!
Honestly, taking down those 2 officers would have been nothing for me, but I stayed put. Not because I was scared, but because I had just arrived in this town and needed to figure out what was going on. Back at the station, a female officer tried to register me into the system. I didn't say a word, just silently looked around, studying the layout of the place. The fat police chief wasn't happy about that, said he was going to teach me a lesson. Luckily, a detective with glasses stepped in. He seemed more reasonable. He brought me into a conference room and explained what happened last night. A man had been murdered. 2 shots to the back of the head. 9mm, 95 grain rounds fired at close range. The killer picked up the casings, then beat the body for a long time before tossing a crushed piece of cardboard over the corpse like trash. This morning, a witness claimed they saw a big guy, looked like me, wandering near the dump site. That's when I finally spoke up.
Because I didn't kill anybody. At least not recently. And not in this town.
I broke the case down for him, told him I believed there were 3 people involved. The first, an experienced shooter. Careful, precise, used a suppressor and picked up the shells. The second, a complete psycho. Only someone deranged would keep beating a corpse like that. The third, nervous, sloppy, scared, tried to cover the body with cardboard, but in his panic didn't even notice the feet sticking out. The detective agreed with my logic, but it still didn't explain why I was near the dump site. I told him I had just gotten off a long-distance bus. I came here to pay respects to a blind blues musician who died in this town. He didn't buy it, said all I had on me was a toothbrush, a French war medal, and $200. Didn't sound like someone who traveled 800 kilometers just to mourn a dead musician. So without an alibi, he threw me in a holding cell. Luckily, they found a phone number hidden inside the dead man's shoe. If that lead takes them to the real killer, then I might finally clear my name.